on YouTube. Do not say fuck or bugger. It's time for Transformers the Show! Hello. I have missed you all. That's like 2 weeks almost, a week and a half without my daily dose of Transformers on a Friday. So thank you for having me back in the show. Let me back inside you. Tonight we've got Newage Cyclonus. We have a discussion about something we agreed earlier. We also have loads of news. Fourplay is bloody Ultra Magnus. So John Grieve, I hope you're getting stimulated by that. But first of all, it's time for the news.
I talk some TV, and now the news. Don't touch that dial.
Cyclonus.
News, yes, news and news. So we're going to do third party first because we like to give the little man a chance every now and again. So Alexis, off you go.
We're more important than you. Well, there you go. Third party Cyclonus. This is Newage Cyclonus. Looks very similar to Fanstoys, doesn't it? Like the paint on that is immaculate. It's amazing how much a little bit of paint goes a long way. Hasbro.
There is. It is much better than anything Hasbro's done. I agree.
Yeah. It's much
ever in their whole lives.
It's legend scale. It's ridiculous. Like, and look, it's got no back kibble. It's slender. It's not overweight. It's brilliant. It's really good. Colors on par. So he's got the sort of pink toon-esque vibe going to him, and a great alt mode as well.
It is. It's not Fans Toys equivalent though, is it? Because that's
No.
a beefy back end he's got there. It's much better than Magic Square though. The robot mode, Magic Square alt mode is robot mode's fantastic, but this beats both modes hands down.
It's great engineering though. They do have great engineering, these guys. So cool.
Oh, it's more than just cool, Alexis. This is I can see this. This is one of the best releases we've seen over the last couple of years in terms of legends by far.
Really?
Yeah.
How
exciting is this? I mean, the new Optimus Prime by Magic Square looks brilliant, but it's still just a version 2. This is a whole new Cyclonus. The last time we got this was 2 years ago with Magic Square Cyclonus. I think be excited. Get excited about this.
It's better than the Galvatron, which has been obviously in the last couple of years. Better than the Seeker. Better than Menasor. Better than the Predacons. Really? The best release in the last 2 years? That's quite a bold statement.
No, I'm not saying it's the best release.
Alexis, honest, you always do bold statements, but I think his eyes are a bit fucked.
And there, the alt mode.
Alexis or Cyclonus?
Not Alexis. Alexis is a man of beauty. Cyclonus is like someone's got the eyes and decided just to go like, I'm going to go as vertical as I'm going to try to go as vertical as I can. I mean, if you go back to look at Cyclonus, you can see it's just a bit strange.
I like how they've used a lot of it. I think that's a lot of the.
Are you asking me to go back?
Yeah, just have a look at it.
What's your forfeit? You've got to sing Fugees. That's the forfeit. If you say go back, you've got to sing
Paul would
4Gs.
like it because he likes Cyclonus. Obviously, I was mistaken. But see those eyes, look at them. It's just, yeah, it's just not a good look, is it?
Mick disagrees. He says Paul's right.
Very good looking little bot.
You're a nice man, but I disagree. It's okay to be wrong.
The eyes look fine there.
The
The eyes don't look good where you.
The eyes look fine there if you're drunk and you've just been smacked in the head by a crowbar. But
they've done a lot with the backgrounds as well, which I felt was quite cool.
Yeah, cool. Right, next.
Meg Torano, we have seen it before, but it's kind of out there. People are receiving them now.
And it's very popular.
It is, yes.
Yeah, I mean, we put up just 4 pictures, which everyone else has put up, and see us that everyone is just liking the post and retweeting it. Because I just think this guy's really sought after. And there's a lot of arguments, isn't it? People saying, oh, they didn't need to do this. Oh, they've improved it. No, they haven't. And it's just like lots of discussions on it.
Fan favorite, clearly.
I think people may have underestimated just how popular some of the toys and characters from the Unicron trilogy actually are. Because there's loads of people celebrating the release of this, and especially the fact it seems to feature a lot of little homages and Easter eggs to the
and the mini
original
cons.
toy.
I guess the idea of Micromasters, you know, we love Micromasters, vintage Micromasters. To them, mini cons are like they're Micromasters.
I like how
Leader One, the little one,
I like
the one that comes with Megatron. I'm sure it's Leader One. There he is. He's looking.
I like
pretty
how
cool.
there's a little plank in the last photograph.
I just love the photos they've done. This guy's amazing. You know, I went and joined that Weibo thing, you know, just to follow some of these guys.
I mean, they are fantastic photographs. And I know people like, I know Sixo's got a hold of it because he's going to be doing a review, I'm sure, of it. But these photos are brilliant.
They're just amazing. They are.
And I didn't even download all of them. I wanted to because they were fantastic just to look at. But
I mean, he's done stuff to the one of he's I think's like he's done stuff to the eyes, but he's just beautiful shot. The background as well.
Great walking pose.
Walking poses aren't easy, as we know, Alexis. Hard to get balance, especially a big bot like this.
Big bot. Big shoulders. Adamant shoulders.
Pointing the way.
Ready for Dallas.
So Meg Tirano is out there. I don't. Is it available anywhere still, Alexis? Can you actually still buy this, or are all the pre-orders sold out?
Don't know. I haven't bought it actually. So
thanks for your expertise.
Sorry.
I thought you were going to get this.
Yeah, you can buy it from Fran Tobby. So I imagine you can probably buy it from.
So buy direct.
Well, you can buy direct.
Yeah. There you go.
If you've got one of the vouchers, I think you get money off as well. So I'm just trying to see if a Mega Lock's got it. Might do.
I mean, it is a thing of beauty. As Gav? I'm sure Gav Burgess has got it.
And that's how to do eyes, Cyclonus.
Fans Hobbies. Sorry, Mega Lock's out of stock.
There you go. You see, I think it's going to be hugely popular. This and another.
Do you like big guns, Mick?
No, yeah, it's sold out from Kapow as well. But you can buy it from direct from Fans Hobby. So
cool.
There you go.
There you go.
New Age Translucent David. Move on.
Beg your pardon?
So many. There's so many repaints. I'm sick of repaints.
Josie.
I'm sorry. What was that?
Yeah, it's New Age David again, isn't it? Like version 200.
With the crap shoulders. I mean, chest.
Yeah, I don't like the chest.
Get in there, money.
Artificially enhanced.
Palmer
and the enthusiasm for this big.
Jordan Optimus Prime.
Oh, should do a section. Depressing Transformer of the month.
Put it away, bro.
I'll just go,
no one wants to see that.
Fuck's sake.
Fucking get your hands off them.
Care Bears. Right.
Is it for model Windblade?
Yeah. Well, actually, this is actually official Flame Toys.
Flame Toys. Sorry.
Yeah,
Flame Toys, which is official, not third party.
It is official, but I chucked it in with a third party because
okay, because it looks too good to be official. I understand. It looks much better than it.
It just had that over stylized look that you get with third party.
The gun the Chug Wars have.
It's not a war, it's a slaughter. Anyway, I've got this on order.
Yeah, but you haven't lost that badly. Don't worry.
It's a slaughter. Get stuff. You don't even unbox your stuff. You just collect boxes.
I don't need to
have it.
I don't want to unbox it in front of you because I don't want you to cry.
Yeah, that's the reason. It's the same reason you don't transform Unicron.
And the same reason you don't get naked in front of... Oh, no, I shouldn't say that, should I? Sorry, no, keep going.
So 50 quid, I've got this in order. This is one of the Kurikuri kits. Kurikuri?
I've ordered this, but I don't know if I want it anymore because I just can't be arsed building it. I just
need to get some snips. Yeah, I haven't done anything with my Rodimus. This is Go Better Toys kit for New Age Magnus. As you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 components. So you get the shoulders as well. You get the backpack or back plate. You get the back of the legs, and you also get
butt flaps.
The butt flap. That's it.
You'll need a butt flap.
So they're now doing add-on kits for third party now. Is that not just a disgrace? that you buy these sort of third parties,
Well,
not to have to
Are
have
these
those stuff.
legends? Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
the whole
wait.
point of the third party was that they were far
Wait.
superior.
They'd never do that to
Hang
Chug.
on. Well,
No, that's kind of the
take-
point. They do, but we've been slagged off for it, and now
we'll-
third party,
hang on.
But with you guys, it's different.
Okay.
Go on then.
isn't
No,
it?
let Alexis speak. Let Alexis speak. Let's hear the
Ladies-
hypocritical
ladies-
views. Go on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are forgiving them on this part because technically
Are we?
this Magnus is a kit. It's something that you put on his body, and all they're doing is
To make it look
giving you
better. Yeah, it's called an add-on kit.
So why didn't
No.
they
Quite
put
good
it?
that bit.
Oh,
no, the original action figure is a
Just
kit,
because you
right?
speak slow
It's-
doesn't make it true.
and it's not.
It's science, baby.
Yeah.
exactly. Don't fucking science.
He's a man of science, Jamie. You should know that.
Right,
That's
what's
it.
next on the news? Keep going, keep going, keep going. Come on.
There's
There
so
you go.
much more
That's how
about
you-
the butt flap.
that's-
Oh,
there
hurry
is,
up.
there is,
I'm on
there's
my
a lot.
promise. Let's
It
go,
also,
let's go, let's
also
go.
shows you how it looks in trailer mode. So it looks. It doesn't make it stumpy. It makes it a little bit elongated. So if you want to elongate your rear end, then this is
So
a kit
is
for you.
Was this the toy for French people who?
That's what everybody was crying out for.
That's it. Elongated rear
That
end.
looks pish when it's fucking elongated, doesn't it? It looks
Legends
ridiculous.
collectors needed something a bit bigger.
Wait. Fucking Chug Ultra Magnus is one of the wankest things I've ever seen in my life. I don't ever slag
Paul's
off
hitting
anything.
that. Reel him in.
If there's one character you could not slag off, it's Ultra Magnus in anything.
Yeah,
My
we
slipper
can.
is a better Ultra Magnus figure than Ultra Magnus Chug. Right, keep going. What's
And
next?
it's
Oh, is
okay
that
to be wrong.
Yeah, I was going to say that's it.
Right,
Third
so
party.
next is oh fuck, gone blurry again. So we've got just before we go on to the crappy Ultra Magnus news, we have a convention which we would love you to join us at. It's in Birmingham. It is on, I can get the little butt flap here, 14th of May. The tickets cost £35. There's some amazing guests there. So we've got Simon Furman, Jeff Senior, we've got Ben's Collectibles, there's Few, our good selves will be there as well. There might be Bobby Skullface in the house, or he might be coming over live on the stream. They haven't decided it yet. But 14th of May, £35 for a day out with Alexis. I would pay double that. You're welcome to sit at our table and join in the festivities. I'm not actually there. I'm
Could
off
only
that
fit
day.
10.
So yeah,
Join
14th
us
of
for a game
May.
of, lovely game of bridge. Anyone want to bring this on?
Get the dominoes out. Crack on.
Here we go.
It'll be like
here we go.
a little aperitif for TF Nation. So
And Paul, what time is our performance going to be in the day? Is it early on in the day so we can relax and drink for the rest of it?
it's actually at 8 o'clock at night with the
Oh,
last
shit.
ones to go on, and we'll be on the stage fucked. So
The trick is to get the audience more cunted than we'll be.
exactly, and it's that sort of language that makes
That's
it
not going
our
to happen. is
Well,
it?
first,
Yeah.
our first TF Con and probably our last. We'll be invited to.
Alexis is going to buy you all a drink.
We'll go out
Right.
in the blaze of glory. Someone's asking, will there be Magic the Gathering? You'll bring your cards, won't you? Rhythm Nation? They'll be there. So it's going to be fantastic. Is it
shall
Rhythm
we?
Nation? The people who were at
What, in your
TFN?
pants? In your
Motion
pants? Oh, no,
City.
no.
Motion City. Who the
Surely
fuck's
you remember
Rhythm
those
Nation?
lovely
Rhythm
guys
Nation's
and
what happens in
gals.
Paul's pants in the evening.
You're my pants. Right, on to first party news, or Hasbro.
Or as we call it, mainline Hasbro. You know, the stuff that are, without it there wouldn't be third party. But carry on. So this is one that Paul likes.
I
So
love this.
This is
Fucking
the
love
Legacy Laser Optimus Prime, which we've had lots of lovely photos of through a certain reviewer who managed to get hold of it early through, I'm sure, completely legal means.
Prime versus Prime, just in case you want to know what that is.
I'm pretty
I-
sure people would
I
guess
know,
that.
like,
Right?
And I like him, so fuck you guys. I like the guy.
Yeah. If you don't like him, you take Jamie on.
And I'll finish
Anyway, it does look quite good. I'm still not particularly bothered because I was never that much of a fan of the Laser Prime design. But Paul, you were quite impressed with this originally, so seeing this change your mind? Does it make you think?
I still think it looks awesome. Still think it's
What is
amazing.
what is he like about it? It's not the legs, is it? Because the legs you felt were too long, right? But it's,
I like it.
Have you got
Probably
slippers better than him?
the number one thing I like about it now is that it's not holding up my £100 Kapow order, which is great. So they've taken this off, and all those Transformers have turned up, and I'll probably get next year. But apart from that, it does look nice, and you know how much I love Earthrise Prime. He is immense.
So is this based more on Armada Prime then?
This was Laser Optimus Prime, which was G2. Was it
It's just those
after
shoulder pads are really huge.
We had a kind of
presumed
G2
Armada.
Prime that was. Didn't we have one that was based on the original Prime design? Then they had a redesigned version, which is like what this is. Somebody in the audience.
Because the shoulders look bigger compared. Because
in the
I've got
chat.
the old G2 Prime.
I think it's just the way they've made the shoulders, and it comes with a lollipop. So, I mean, bonus, right?
Are you saying that his shoulder pads have increased in stature over the years?
Yes. The bigger the shoulder pads, the more power.
He hasn't missed shoulder day at the gym. You're saying?
I mean, what I like about it is at least the carriage, the tanker part is separate.
Yeah, makes a little
Yeah, I do.
base thing.
So you say fucking base.
Base.
That's not a base.
And there you go. Side by side. They do look. Are they longer? God, it's hard to tell there.
It's like,
I don't know.
you used to get He-Man and put one of those kits on him.
Well,
that's
it
Laser
was the
Prime.
fact they always released the same He-Man rather, but with slightly different armor, and that's kind of what this is.
That's exactly what that is. This is Battle Armor Prime.
I just
Because you
every
don't
time
know where
I
his
see-
legs are.
Every
Prime
time I
versus
see
Prime's
shoulder
fucking
pads, I just think of like 1980s Dallas and stuff like that, or like Adamant.
80s.
Yeah.
It looks all right though. I think if
Who
you
shot
like that
JR?
design.
It was you, Laser Prime. You shot JR. You pushed him down the stairs. I did not. I did not. I can't even walk forward.
He's still going. He's still going. The monologue in his head. Oh dear. Right. And yeah, there we go. And then Bulkhead. He's been in hand and
He looks
obviously
brilliant.
some
I really
photos.
like it. The more I see him, the more I want him.
So he's a
Just
decent
like Ruben
Voyager
must
size
think when you
figure.
see me. Yeah.
What, the more they
Love-
see of you, the
loving
more they
the,
want you.
Yeah.
Loving the dramatic poses there in the chug collectors area.
I mean, this was like literally just taking some photos for review, but all right, yeah. There you go.
That's
Happy
better.
now?
Yes, I'm happy now.
And there it
Love
is.
you really-
I don't
love
know.
you really, Liam.
It's still, it's basically Hound from the movie with Bulkhead's head, but it looks all right. I
But
think,
you know what? They've done quite a bit with it. I quite like it, and I like the fact that it's just sort of back in the carriage as well.
I think if you're one of those people who really wants a Transformers Prime Bulkhead design, just go and get the original one. Even the RAD one is a good figure, so just go and buy that. It's not like you can't find them. But this looks all right, and you can have your blaster riding it. So who doesn't want that, right?
He does look quite diddy, doesn't he? Like, I would imagine him to be quite big, but
He's not.
quite
He's a
diddy.
decent sized Voyager, looking at the size of it.
Yeah, but
And then we
need
had
to,
this, didn't we?
why is this?
Why is this?
I think because just because
Why has this
Have we had
happened?
this for a while, or is
Why-
this new?
Yeah, but this has been out for about 2 months.
Has it? I've barely seen any of them.
I just need to give a
Jamie,
quick shout out to Brandon. You can see him there. Brandon's one of our mods on the Iron Factory group. So if you go to Facebook, search Iron Factory Transformers, there's a group you can join. Brandon's one of our awesome mods, and he lives in America, so he doesn't always get to join the show live, but always does
Hey.
watch. So hello, Brandon.
okay.
Thanks for joining us live. Don't know what
All right,
time it is in
Brandon.
America. It's cool to see you, sir.
Welcome to the
There you go.
party,
And,
pal.
and
Hey,
Brandon, as you're watching, if you get too much shit from Andy and Jamie, just kick them off the Iron Factory group because that's fair play.
So why is this? I don't know.
It was just because it was shared as something new, so I stuck it. And I didn't realize it was already out. I'd
hope
barely
you'll
seen
sort
that
them
anywhere. Blaster is out in France, of all people, and Bulkhead in the Legacy packaging.
Well, there's a good reason to invade again.
Let's head back there now. They practically belong to us anyway. I think hello to all our French viewers.
Swap some
Bonjour,
Russian
I should
rights.
say.
And hello to all our
Ça va?
friends who are probably all the English which are skiing right now and snowboarding in the French Alps, probably tuning in from a mountain.
Oui. Où est la bibliothèque? Anyway, obviously we had the reveal for the Diaclone coloured black ironhide, but they've got.
I
a
honestly
different name
thought
for
he
it,
would
haven't
shattered glass ironhide. They should have just did fucking shattered glass ironhide.
they? No, it's all Diaclone throwbacks at the moment. It's how many repaints can we get out of anything? A bit like third party.
No.
And
That's
there you go.
That's only Newage. It's only Newage.
Oh, okay.
And X-Transbots.
Keep going. I don't know. I like the color scheme. I just don't think.
Oh, and MMC did quite a few actually.
Shh, quiet now. I don't know. I'm sure completists will love it. People who are fans of Diaclone love it. It's just a different coloured ironhide. There you go.
They always used to. I think they used to be like more traditional colours, weren't they? Diaclone. They were like almost like real life colours, weren't they? I don't know. I mean, I guess they were.
Real life colours. It's a
It
toy.
was just the
wasn't
original
based-
Diaclone colours. They did. I mean, in Diaclone, they did recolors of the same toy in different colours, and it was just that Hasbro only picked certain ones for the Transformers line originally, and then chose certain colours for them, and they just didn't release the others. Now, because of that, you'll get something like this because it's random, and people go, "Oh,
And they don't even. And the good thing is, they don't need to worry about a BIOS or a personality because these things are meant to be automatons, androids.
make them up."
Bang bus repaint.
We've got this is from a Walmart, whatever the thing they use is to check their stock in a Walmart. Anyway, there's a listing for a Transformers Bumblebee, well, it says BB, Legacy Voyager Dinobot, which people are assuming is some kind of re-release of Dinobot, maybe in different colors. I don't know. But there you go. That was on some news sites. These wonderful, I think they're called Transformers Authentics figures. You may be familiar with them if you've ever been in a B&M. They've done
they
a
masterpiece?
Wheeljack.
Yeah, I look
They
like
do
I
look
shop in
quite
DM.
like their masterpiece, don't they? They look. I mean, the high quality. Look at that. Oh,
Could I get them in
Legs
Marks
on
and
Soundwave.
Spencer's?
good for the kids, I think, is what we'd say.
What about Waitrose? Would they be there?
Oh, definitely. Waitrose will be stocking them. Only the highest quality things, and they've done an RC as well.
These are
Which-
different sizes for
Still
one.
looks better
Because
than
these are,
Earthrise RC.
these are about 5 inches. The ones before they were about. Were they 7
Are these
inches?
5 inches? Are they that
Yeah,
big?
these are the 5 inches one, and the other ones were 7 inches. There were two different sizes coming out.
Yeah, they've been released
on-
before as well.
it's
some
on
of
a
these.
Twitter
Well,
post.
these ones have. I've definitely seen these ones, like the Grimlock
Yeah.
and the Ratchet.
Yeah.
I've got the
Barricade.
I've got the Bumblebee.
Wheeljack apparently are new.
The Prime, yeah. Can I just ask the mainline boys? Are they
Depends if we're going to
upset?
turn off that phone alarm. Whoever that
Probably
was.
this.
Are we
I've
upset?
had to go. I've had to go and check Twitter.
Sorry, mainline boys. Are you fair lads upset that the baby RC is better than the mainline RC?
The baby
No, I
RC?
don't know.
The one on the last
I'd be
page.
upset if you ever one day unbox something.
That one there. Are you
I'd probably
with
be
that
upset
one?
if I'd paid £100 for an RC that was third party and found out it was shit. That probably would piss me off more than what you just mentioned. Anyway,
Let's
now
face-
we've got
let's face it,
Spike.
if you did
who's
your
got,
research, you'd
in-hand
know it was
pictures
shit.
of the new deluxe Spike.
Yeah,
figures.
so that's it. Basically, the RC ones which you showed, they're 4.5-inch scale, and the first ones you showed were the 7-inch scale. So the first ones are like British people, second one are like French.
No, technically, the 4.5-inch one would
we
actually
gotta
fit
get
with
some
your
French
collection,
today.
though, wouldn't it? 4.5 inches would fit
You've
with
got
the collection.
Blaster.
Would it not? Would that not fit with the collection? The 4.5 inches? Like, isn't that the same sort of height as RC anyway?
FT Rogue T.
No. Right. Okay. So Spike Deluxe Spike. I'm not. Yeah. I mean,
I just
you might
feel
be
that-
excited about this. Yeah.
I feel like they ripped us off because they gave us the pish thing about, with Slug or Slag, whatever you what to call them. When they probably could have put this in the fucking box, we would have been delighted as the best toy combo
Dead
ever.
eyes. They didn't even bother painting the eyes. Oh dear
So-
God.
Does that mean that you're not going to buy this out of protest?
Oh no, I'll probably buy two. But
Yeah,
the
I'll be
point
buying-
is, it looks terrible.
And,
No,
and to
terrible's
me, it
harsh.
looks like army building to me, to be honest.
It's better than this. Let's be honest. I mean,
Well, you could
But-
buy the Doctor Who heads. The Doctor Who heads probably would fit.
Was
right?
there
They
a
do
big
fit.
clamour for this? Was there like loads of people saying we must have? Because it is supposed to be Spike rather than Daniel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there a big clamour for this? I don't remember seeing it. Anyway,
think
I'm
there
sure
is.
it'll sell masses. And there it is for some size comparisons. I think they're selling. I think I said deluxe. Core class. They're selling it this
Do
core
you know,
class, aren't they?
the size works for. I'm really pleased for it.
Scale's
I'm
not bad.
delighted. Yeah.
Please say it, can't say
It's a rocket-powered suppository. Brilliant.
It's
Head first.
awful.
Oh, there we go. Look at those hands.
Look out,
Paul.
ladies. And he was really going to buy it.
Hang on a second. Hang on a second. They haven't even turned his head round. He's like going
I'm not
sideways.
Sure you can.
He can't turn right. How's he turn fucking right?
I think it's only the actual helmet that turns, and his head just stays.
Is he in like sleep mode or something?
Oh dear. Bless them. Bless them all. Hasbro, you loonies. There he is with Bumblebee, or at least one of them. And there you go. And that was basically all of the mainline news
Bumblebee.
that I could scrape up this week. So
I just said it was like a condom.
Wait.
Condoms to use.
I was going to
It's
say,
like a man in a robot suit.
I'm not entirely sure you're using them properly. Anyway,
Why are you like? Let's do some fucking pickups.
We now return to the Transformers.
Oh my god, Alexis, what did you get this week?
Stuff, and stuff.
Oh, nice.
but no things.
How much?
Non-specific.
How much is Blue Streak worth these days? The Earthrise Blue Streak. Like, if you were going to buy him,
$5 million.
Is he £8?
Just 8.
It was £18 sell at some point.
Probably worth about £18.
I got one of those.
Oh my god, he's worth £18. Fuck.
There we go. And
or is it 8?
I must say, I'm so glad I
least
didn't pay the hype around him. He's rubbish. He really is rubbish.
What? I liked him.
Was there hype around him? There was lots of
Yeah,
people who
there was.
wanted him just because they
I
wanted
hyped
the
him up a
Datsun
bit.
Bros. I said
I
I wasn't a massive fan of the Datsun Bros. I don't think they're as great figures as other people make out.
No,
But
I think he's better. I think this guy's actually quite solid. It's a shame that
I
they
hated
didn't.
him.
It's a shame they didn't use the same plastic for the arms and this part of him, his body, as they did for the rest of him. But I got those two for £10 each. So that's why I've got those. Because again, for my boys.
Good price.
So although the Datsun, I think will just fall apart in their arms. I got a Retgar. Rohan popped over, dropped me off a Retgar. So I think he might look quite cool with the filler kit on the bike. I think.
But surely that's for your boys, right?
No.
Like all the Hasbro mainline stuff that you hate so much, it's got to be for your boys, surely, because you hate Hasbro stuff. As you've
I was sort of looking at the size of it. I was trying to work out how tall he is compared to like an MP bot, and like because again like
they're about
the
2
MP
inches too short, aren't they?
the MP version's a bit too big.
It's not quite.
So
It's not quite that size.
he's not quite like if you look at the cup.
You just need a bit more length, don't you? A couple more inches on the end.
I think riding himself.
What about Retgar?
I think if he rides himself, he might look quite good that way. So I'm gonna get him to. I'm gonna watch him ride himself. Should be quite fun.
Just like a Saturday
all
night.
kinds of wrong, Alexis.
Yeah.
As long as you film it, it's cool.
I got I impulse buy Zeta RC. I thought I'd try this.
Zedia, is it?
No, this is Zeta X Zeta. This is 60 quid, 65 quid. So she's got bigger feet, so she can stand better. She's got a shit alt mode, but I thought she's got the hands are like you get basically a bag of hands. You get a bag of hands, and then you can just change her hands. So she has like different style hands. You can do a piece. You can do an OK. So she's got a bit of a wank hand and all sorts of things like that. So she can hold the hip and do things like that. So she looks quite good. I thought I'll just give it a go, and then I'm thinking potentially taking the KO head off the new MP and put that on there and see what take the wheels off. See what it looks like. Anyway.
Nice. Springer, you got Springer. He comes with a bag of cocks.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's great. So the hands with RC and the bag of cocks with Springer.
This is Newage.
I mean, I thought about saying it, but Paul just went straight in there. That's what I love.
Newage. Mirage. That's it. Mirage for him. I got fuck it. Don't care about that. This guy. Gonna do an unboxing. Small unboxing. MDLX Bumblebee. So
cool.
he's a little 5-incher, and I have a feeling that he will go very well with the Bumblebee, the full-size Bumblebee versions of like Prime and stuff, because he's a mini bot, right? And I always felt Bumblebee in the movies
Two girls.
too big. It's too big, right? It's too big for Bumblebee. So this is the 3-0 posable, fully posable
Oh, yeah, I saw
articulated
this.
action figure, and he's really cool.
Was that what we showed last week, or was it the week before?
No, that is this one.
Yeah, I was on the
RED.
show when we showed this. It must be a couple of weeks ago.
The
No,
RED
I showed that one the other week on the news.
On the news.
on the news, yeah.
Because you corrected me on which one it was, and you were explaining about the size of it. So yeah,
It's just come out.
Seen it on the news.
So I think this. I mean, I've got Prime. Prime's a bit. I could get Prime. Prime quickly. If I can reach him. Don't knock everything over.
Is he wearing knickers?
He is wearing knickers.
No, it's a G
Have
string.
you got Sam's on? Does Sam make?
So
It's a thong.
does that scale work for Bumblebee?
No.
No, he looks
Yeah.
too small
Shades
based on the
too
movie.
small.
No, it's too small. Watch the film.
Oh, I don't-
It's too
No.
small.
What? No, I'm going for cartoon. This is my cartoon alternative. So if you look at the card, remember the cartoon of,
Using movie bots. Oh, I love it.
so yeah, so
I
this
still
was
think
the
it
same
looks
stuff.
tiny.
It's too small.
Yeah.
Use perspective. Perspective is your friend. Just have one, you know.
So everyone now, quickly, if you Google Bumblebee and Prime scale,
We don't need
We'll
to
get
Google.
right on it. We'll
We
get
have
right on
this
it.
thing.
Until then, keep going.
We have this thing called a memory. We can remember
yeah,
stuff.
he's up to his knee. He's up to his
No,
knee.
he's not. Oh
He's
god,
up
not
to
like
his-
that. He's too thin. It's like his
No,
size.
it's fine. That works really well. You're
It
right.
did when you raised them up.
Okay.
Do you know
it's
what,
okay.
Alexis? If you're happy, we're happy. There
That's
you go.
all
I
that
am,
matters.
I am very happy with that.
Until next week when you got it on sale. But yeah, you're happy.
I'm very happy with that. So yeah, so he's fully articulated. Comes with hands and a rifle. So he's got a little rifle.
The
He's
hands
got
aren't
his,
going to make it taller.
Shut up.
Better than Cox.
It's the right size.
No
It's the
bag of
right
Cox.
size.
It's
What?
not. But I'll buy it off you for half price.
Third party.
Is it even
No, it's
official?
isn't it? I was going to say.
It is the right size. It is the right
You
size.
made
I
a
don't even
mistake,
third
it's
party if
okay.
you get a bag of Cox. Learn that,
And
people.
I go,
Sorry, it's a
Bingo.
quick red dwarf.
who's this? Bingo Wings. Bingo Wings?
No, don't use anything bad about bingo.
Is it Bingo? It's not.
It does like off the
Bingo
bingo.
Wings.
It's the shockwave. Why would
Bingo
they call it
toys.
Bingo wings. Bingo toys.
Bingo
Bingo wings.
Bingo
And
Toys
for the name
Wave.
you gave it.
It's called Bingo Toys Wave Man.
Oh, bingo wings.
Let's have a look at him. So he's pretty beefy, and he'll scale perfectly with Bumblebee and Prime. Well, he's hefty, isn't he? He's got a bit of hefty. Wow, he's pretty cool. His head doesn't look as bad in the flesh as you think it would do. Like, nice bit of a look at this. As you, at the back here, if he sits forward, you can pull that at the back.
That's cool.
Cool. I've got
Nice.
So nice abs on him. He's sort of he's got more die cast on him than the Cyber Factory or whatever it's called, the Starscream, which was there. He does come with a gun. This can transform into a gun on his arm there as well. Same height. This is Toy World Prime, so same sort of size as Prime. The feet are about the same, so it's pretty good. And again, if you remember those episodes where Bumblebee went to Cybertron and he got chased down by Shockwave, that's about the right size. That's about the right size. That's about the right size.
You can't argue with him. He's a scientist, Jamie. It's not like you.
He's a young Michael Heseltine.
I'm a doctor. Do not question my authority.
He's
Exactly.
the type of person who votes for boys.
Don't mess with the Hez all the time.
Yeah, this is the gun you get. I'll just quickly show his gun. If I can undo it without ripping the bag. Oh, bits of that.
What did you get this week, Andy?
And then, there we go. Have his gun. You can put his gun on
I
him.
was going to say that's tight.
Put his gun on him. Put his gun on him. So he has his gun. I'm not gonna put his gun on him, but you can just use his gun. There we go. He's pew 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 pew. There we go. So if you want to see a good transformation of this guy, then look at Deluxe. Deluxe did a good transformation of him, which I'll be following. I got 3-0 sound wave somewhere over there. I can't give a shit. I do.
That's the spirit. Complete indifference to spending money on things. Right, Andy, how did you get on this week?
I just got one thing, and I got it from the groups, and it was something I wanted years back, all the way back in the midst of 2009, and could never find it anywhere, never saw it anywhere, and then it was like it was gone. And then I got a yellow version of this, which I liked, but it wasn't the same. It just wasn't the same. Wasn't the same character, wasn't the same. So what I've got from the groups is Revenge of the Fallen Long Haul. So I'm having a little bit of a movie bot thing at the moment. Some of the ones that I actually liked into the designs, because the movies were tripe. I mean, let's be brutally honest about that. The first one was passable. The third one, maybe the same. It had good moments, but the human characters again made you just want to kill yourself. But I had some of these bots, and it was when my son Liam was still into Transformers as well. So I always wanted the long haul design, and I got it. And I got it for a tenner. So that's not bad, because every time I ever looked for it before, it was like 40, 50 quid. Jesus. So £10 from the groups. It's in perfect nick. Nothing broken or anything like that. And yeah, I really like him. Been messing around with it all week. With some of the other movie bots. He scales really well with the Studio Series bits that I've got as well, with Grindor and with Thrust. So yeah, I'm pleased to have picked up this little number. And that's it. That's it for me this week. Just Revenge of the Fallen long haul. We're going back in time. Would this be considered now,
retro?
Retro? Is it? Is that, yeah? Is it like, in the same way we think of friggin' G1 and stuff, because it's old now, like we are?
It's like PlayStation 2 era, isn't it?
It was a bit after. Was it? Oh no, it was after PlayStation 2, surely.
2000.
When did PlayStation 3 come out rather?
2007.
So it's PlayStation 3 era then, because this is 2009. But yeah, he's a lovely bot. His only problem really is the arms. They don't really. They kind of bend inwards, but you can't. There's no wrist articulation, so you can't turn the wrist or anything. So he has to be in this permanent kind of hulking mode. But I don't mind, because he's a good old bugger, and he looks a bit like a troll. So what's wrong with that? Eh? Oh, he also has the blades that come out from the arms, but I haven't got those out because you never had blades in the film. Why give him blades? Give him cannons or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, not a bad bot. So that's what I got this week.
Awesome, cool. The third party one, you can turn the wrists. Right, Jamie.
Yeah. So this week I got a good couple of things. Basically, I started off with the Transformers, Bumblebee, Deluxe, Cliffjumper, and Cup. I mean, the titles of these things are starting to get ridiculously very long. I think they should start, cutting back on the names. But yes, so basically, I got these, and the packaging they come in, is quite nice. And but I think quite interesting is even the backing card which you're using. It's coloured in as well, just like the backstage they've got, so it's like two backing cards, kind of wasting quite a bit of ink there, but it's a nice touch. I quite appreciate it. So basically, these are just a slight upgrade. They're like Studio Series upgrade on the Studio Series Cup 86 and Earthrise, or is it Siege Cliffjumper? Sorry, Siege Cliffjumper. As I said before, the backing they come in is coloured just like their stages. It's a sort of like better look. And instantly you can start to see, they've just improved the sort of like paint apps, to make the figures stand out more and to be more like the original characters from the cartoon or, Transformers the movie, which they should have really done the first time with Studio Series 86 Cup, to be honest. So there you've got Cliffjumper and Cup. Cliffjumper, sadly, it's painted plastic. I would have thought it would have been at least better if the plastic wasn't painted. That would have been, if it wasn't clear plastic, it was more robust plastic for, transforming. Because I hate clear plastic. I think it's a bit of a nightmare. But sadly, it's just painted. But I do prefer the paint. I do prefer the more traditional Cliffjumper from the Transformers and movie colours, although he didn't really appear in it much. Another difference you might spot is, although the face is basically the same, the paint on the brow of Cliffjumper is not much, is painted silver. So the new Cliffjumper, Bumblebee Transformer Deluxe Cliffjumper, has got a silver brow, where the other Cliffjumper did have the chance to have that. I did have the brow there, they just didn't bother painting it. So you don't know if that was just, typical Hasbro paint app malfunction, or was that actually a normal thing. So I didn't really look into that. But I'm pretty sure it was probably standard with all the Earthrise figures. And there's a sort of closer look. You can see there the sort of bow of the new Studio Series is painted. Here's a picture which I did for Cup. There was the original picture which I uploaded in the morning. I uploaded the wrong one. There's the one which I've improved, just sort of making the background stand out more and pop more. And this is one reason I quite like the Studio Series 86 Cup, is because he does look more like the Cup from the comics, from the Transformers the movie. And the eyes have been painted. And that makes all the difference, because before the eyes were, they weren't painted. It was like it's just like dead eyes, as if you could light it from the back, which you really couldn't do with Cup. And I hate that type of gimmick. And it was just awful. But now he's got eyes, and now it just seems to give him a bit of life. He still looks like a scrotum, but at least his eyes make him look better scrotum. I don't know if that could improve your own scrotums by painting eyes on them, but it works for Cup. And,
something to try, Jamie.
Yeah, but I have tried it, and to be honest, it did work.
Success.
Lynn didn't complain.
Now that's a scientist, Jamie.
Yeah, that's true science. But that's what I like about it. So the eyes just give it life again. It's like he's got a soul. And I just wonder if they're going to bring out another Bor with just painted eyes, because there's not much else you could do to Bor to sort of really improve on it, apart from fix that fucking chin. But yeah, so there's like that sort of like picture I put together. The other figures which I got were the core class figures, which I got from Indie Man Toys, and I absolutely love these guys. Again, they come in with backing, which is quite detailed. I quite like that for core class figures. The cardboard doesn't have the plastic. Doesn't have any plastic, so people with grubby hands could get in there. So maybe it's best to order these things from online or from Hasbro Direct or Indie Man, Kapow, Robot Recruits, all the cool stuff, etc. Collectors Den, all these independents, awesome independents. So you've got Shockwave and Ravage, and they're quite stylized. They really are like the sort of movie bots. There's a lot of detail going on to these little figures, and they're quite intrinsic when you transform. The instructions are, there's quite a lot of depth in the instructions. They're not just simple little things like they used to be, before. It's quite complicated compared to the legends of yesteryear. But they're quite beautiful once you do transform. Even though I'm still not sure what Ravage is meant to be, transforms into a box every cat stream. There he is with Soundwave. So this is the thing about Ravage, is he's basically the companion for Studio Series Soundwave. And the good thing is that useless gun, which Ravage would have, on his belly, suddenly becomes an accessory for Soundwave. So now it looks as though Ravage no longer has a big penis anymore. He got this cool accessory for Soundwave, so that's quite cool. He fits in Soundwave quite nicely, quite secure. And here he is with Soundwave, and they do work really well. So if you've got Soundwave, Studio Series Soundwave, get Ravage. If you've got Ravage, get Studio Series, Soundwave, Bumblebee Studio Series Soundwave, because they do look majestic together. And Soundwave he doesn't look so sad anymore when he's got Ravage next to him. He looks more surprised now, a bit bemused. And basically, that's it, Paul.
Sexy foes, as usual, was the general consensus there. The gold backdrop, ooh, we all liked that. Right, who's next? That's it. Done.
What episode was it, Jamie?
107.
Have you done yours, Paul?
I didn't get anything this week.
But
did I get nothing? No, I didn't, because I bring you Fanstoys Innuendo. So
yes,
we take a photo from the Fans Toys Facebook groups. I go blurred, and then we put it up on the screen. You have to guess the Transformer behind it. But I'm sure you're all aware, Playmates has re-released all the Star Trek toys in a brand new mold. So that's the exciting news for Star Trek fans. And so this week's Fanstoys Innuendo is slightly different. I've replaced someone's face with pictures of the new Playmates Star Trek toys. So here we go. So the first round, tell me who these guys are. So who can tell me who the guy to the right is? Who's that meant to be from Star Trek?
Ian Alpha.
From Star Trek, that's Riker.
Star Trek. Oh, sorry.
Riker, yep. Pointo, Andy. Right, next. Who's the one in the middle?
Is that supposed to be Kirk?
That is Kirk. Yes, 2 points, Andy.
Wow.
Guy on the left.
Can you tell which of us watches that? Oh shit! Now you're asking me. I can't remember his name. Oh bollocks! He's from
Riker.
Discovery, isn't he?
Yep,
Oh, the
Discovery.
guy in the left.
Picard.
Oh, it's the
no.
it's the face change. It's a shapeshifter, isn't it?
Sheelix or
No,
something like that.
no,
Sheelix.
he's an
Is it
alien.
Skellig or something
Oh,
like
I'm
that?
thinking Babylon. Am I thinking Babylon 5?
I'll give you a clue. It's Saru.
So,
Saru, yeah. Can I
That's
guess
right.
as to who the people behind it are?
That's what we're
Oh,
doing.
that
That's
was
what
the
we're
next
doing.
round. The next
Sorry,
round
go on.
is
I don't want to jump ahead. Go on.
who's behind the pictures of the Star Trek models. Right.
Right,
Do you really have an idea of who it is?
Ian Arafire.
I don't know because I
is that Hanson?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Fuck off, really?
Yeah.
How would you know that?
Well, they had one that had long hair.
That's a different
Well,
photograph.
they do have good songs. Paul.
There you go. Three good-looking
Just get
guys there.
Hanson from that. Just one of them's got long hair straight away. Hanson.
No, it's just I don't know.
I think you're stereotyping Hanson. That is right. Yeah, you are right.
Well, yeah, I was going to say Jamie got it.
I think you're still stereotyping them.
He's got the whole back catalogue.
Right,
doesn't?
Exactly. Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
all one album.
So there was no bot involved in that at all. It was literally just.
That was a Star Trek Hanson special. We always do that on show
Oh.
107. You know that.
Oh, I
I'm
thought that was
glad
going
you
to be
did
really
call it
clever.
Star
and
Trek
somehow
Hanson
linking-
special because that made the giveaway.
I meant what episode was the cover that Jamie put up? What was the issue in there? You said we did it
MSU
online.
84.
84.
Issue
Oh, it was
yeah.
84.
Ah,
It's the most iconic one of the most iconic Transformer issues ever because it's the one with Galvatron standing in space with Unicorn right behind him.
Yeah.
there's a few good iconic readers' wives which are similar.
Rohan, who is this guy? Rohan, the one and only Rohan.
Avast, you scurvy swabs, and welcome to Rohan's Corner 2022, the new and improved version, this time with real tomatoes. Happy New Year and welcome to Rohan's Corner. This week we are kicking off 2022 with a Legends review, none other than Magic Square Prowl. Here's Prowl in his prison as per all of my other Transformers as usual, and we can see a comparison shot with the Blue Streak box that I got a few months ago, and it's pretty much identical, let's be honest. You've got a picture of Prowl, a picture of Blue Streak on the side is the same schematic on the back. They've even taken away the little image of Blue Streak having a fight with Cyclonus and put on a text pack of his vehicle mode. We've got the same thing on this side. Nice little picture rendition. It's actually the same picture, just in different colours. And warnings on the bottom. So let's open him up and get him out, shall we? Instruction manual, card, weapons. You can see there we've got one gun and 2 missile launchers. And Prowl. And here's Prowl, slightly mistransformed out of the box. Looks pretty sleek all the way round. I have extended the tailpipes at the back here to give him more stability. Here he is with his Magic Square Buddy Blue Streak. Pretty much identical. A little bit more waist detail. Here he is compared to the other Prowls in my collection. We've got Magic Square Prowl here. We've got Generation 1 Prowl here. Not that much bigger. Iron Trans, Legends Plus Scale Prowl, and Earthrise Prowl at the back there. I like the head sculpt on this guy. It's better than Earthrise in my opinion. A little bit more IDW styled. I think the Iron Trans one actually nails it the best in terms of G1 cartoon aesthetic. The weapons are identical to Blue Streak or Silver Streaks. The only difference is paint application. And I think in terms of his door wings, it's nice that you can actually move them up and down to the pose you'd like. And here we have a quick scale comparison up against New Age's Jazz, Magic Square's Trailbreaker, and Magic Square's Reflector, one of, and Mr. Moon's Blaster. Seems to scale about right with Magic Square. New Age is too small, obviously. And Mr. Moon, yeah, seems okay. As you'd expect with Prowl, his tech specs showcase his high intelligence endurance rank. courage, and skill, with low levels of fire blast, speed, and strength. Instruction sheet's just a single page. Let's see how hard it is. Right, here we go. Vehicle mode. What a faff that transformation was. The instructions are not great. It takes a while, but eventually you get a pretty cool looking car mode. The rear wings are a little bit afterthought, but they're not too bad. It cleans up quite nicely. You don't actually see those tailpipes underneath unless you look there. You can probably just about see them. You can see a little bit of gap clearance here underneath the windscreen on either side. It's not great, but it's not terrible either, especially if you're looking down from above. Overall, rolls pretty freely. Decent looking G1-esque prowl. And here we have a nice comparison shot with the former Prowls. Iron Trans, Magic Square Blue Streak, G1 Prowl, and Earthrise Prowl. And here he is up against Magic Square's Wild Rider, Magic Square Optimus Prime version 1, and Mech Fans Toys Blitzwing. Of course, if you really want to, you can have these figures in GoBot mode. Right, so final thoughts on Prowl. He's a cool little figure. I would say the transformation is fiddly, and these leg pieces here are annoying, especially when it comes to getting them into decent poses, because they basically can go anywhere. So, here's a human after my own central processor. Right, well, there you have it, folks. I picked up Prowl on Show Z for approximately $36. That is about 27 of your Earth pounds. And those eagle-eyed viewers amongst you may have noticed my wall has gone. New year, new beginning, and I'm going to add every single pickup this year onto the wall. So there we go. Hope you've enjoyed another cracking episode of Rohan's Corner. Catch you again next week. Back to the studio.
Don't worry. I'll be back, my dear little Trindles. I promise you that.
Oh yeah? Well, screw you guys. I'm going home.
Hey, Jay.
I enjoy an episode of classic Rohan as well.
Yeah, classic
It always have
Rohan.
to be the new stuff. Sometimes it's the old and
Oh, as we call him,
the greatest
Rohan.
hits.
Classic
There
Rohan. Kohan.
There might be another Rohan coming soon.
Tonight. You
Tonight.
spoiled the Rohan, sir.
Tonight,
With this,
double
with this
Rohan.
With this Rohan, sir,
You spoil us with your Rohans.
You're exceptionally good
I don't know if
Rohan.
nobody in the chat noticed.
Rohan.
Let's try
Who
it. Double
is
Rohan.
This guy.
I love double header Rohan.
It's the motherfucking ROHAN, motherfucker. Ra to the O. Oh, sorry.
It's still better rapping.
Boring waiting for new bots to drop. Ooh, discounts. Maybe I should buy some of these.
Yeah, go ahead and try.
No, Rohan, no. Be ruthless. Remember what you said last week.
Now that's the smartest thing you've said all day.
Really? Hey, what's going on?
Rohan.
Well, 2022 is already in full swing, and we're approximately 1/12 the way through it already, with January virtually already gone. And I started to think, 20 years the anniversary of Armada, maybe I should start thinking about doing an Armada special. And I thought, you know what? Nah, I've got all year to do an Armada special. In fact, who knows, I may even cut it up into 4 different segments and do one a quarter or something to celebrate that amazing show and toy line.
I've got morons on my team.
So I started to think, what else can we talk about this week on Rohan's Corner? Well, we're sort of in this hiatus, or this sort of in-between limbo stage at the moment in Transformers collecting, where nothing really new seems to be coming out very quickly. Yeah, okay, there's been a few people getting their pterosaurs and some other little beasts from the Kingdom line, but realistically, there hasn't been anything new drop for a while. Maybe Slammer and Pipes from the Kingdom line, but again, they've sort of drip-fed into certain stores. Not everywhere's got them out yet. We're in this sort of position because at the back end of Kingdom, Legacy has been revealed, but it hasn't launched yet and is not going to launch for several more months. And usually I would be highly critical of Hasbro about this strategy that they've taken by announcing Legacy so early. I would say, well, what are you doing? You haven't finished Kingdom yet. You're already announcing Legacy. There's some big characters coming out, like Blaster. We're all eagerly anticipating.
Good work, Blaster. You've just gone platinum.
His drop at the beginning of February. And what, you're talking about Legacy already? Are you mad, Hasbro? But actually, what's been happening in the Transformers world over the last few years, with leakers especially, coming out and showcasing new lines or new bots very early before Hasbro's even had a chance to get out the blocks. I think Hasbro have taken the initiative to say, we're going to be the ones to tell you about the new line. It is a bit silly that they're doing it before the end of Kingdom, because you're kind of cutting off the knees before you've actually had a chance to run. I started looking back through my history of new mainline Generations purchases, and I don't mean like figures that have been out for a while, like I picked up, obviously, you saw on the show, Studio Series 86, Redgar and Slag and Nor, but what I mean is new figures that have just dropped. So Slammer and Pipes would be an example, Blaster. I had to go all the way back to October to find my last pickups that were new on the shelves. I picked up Expanse recently because it was cheap on Comics and Cocktails, but last time I actually got some new drops was October? That's 3 months ago. Generation Selects Road Ranger Puffer, which was a nice set, don't get me wrong, but it's such a long time ago. And so, why haven't we had anything new? Well, I think the Beast Wars fans have, and I think Slammer and Pipes, as I mentioned before. Blaster seems imminent with lots of eBay listings turning up in the last week or so. Believe it or not, I just got a drop email from Hasbro Pulse about Studio Series 86 Perceptor.
Bad things come in small packages.
Coming in early next month, which is great news, that's good. But for the moment, I've had 7 new Magic Square offerings from my Legends collecting 3P in the same period of time as nothing from the Generations line. And it got me thinking, well, what do I do with this hiatus, this roadblock on my journey towards Legacy? Because don't get me wrong, I am going to pick up most of the Legacy boxes. I've not pre-ordered them. I know a lot of people have, but I'm just waiting because I know what happens at the beginning of a line. They're going to hang around for a while. And so maybe it's time I went and I picked up one of those bots from the last few years, which I haven't managed to get out of the box just yet. And I know, I do have loads of them to choose from. Maybe I'll pick up something like Kingdom Tracks or one of the Earthrise bots I haven't managed to get out yet. Or maybe even one of the Siege ones, who knows. I don't think I've got anything. Oh yeah, Titan's Return. I've got a load of bots from Titan's Return which I haven't opened yet. Maybe it'll give me an opportunity to spend a couple of hours and appreciate some of those bots. But I think in the meantime, Hasbro are losing out. They're missing a trick because 3P are continuing to run that bandwagon.
Those dirty roaches! I'll show them!
And I know there are multiple different companies offering different things, but Fanstoys have made their announcements for the year, just as XTB, I'm sure, have made several announcements, and from the Legend scale, Newage and Magic Square have also made their announcements of upcoming bots this year. It's going to be an exciting year from a toy perspective, but from a mainline perspective, we're still a little bit in the dark.
I can't see!
We know that the Stunticons are coming, we know that the Insecticons are coming, and we know that there's going to be some Prime figures that are being redecoed into a G1 aesthetic styling.
That does not satisfy my logic circuits.
However, are we going to get a new cartoon because we've got this massive gap until Rise of the Beast now that it's been delayed? Or are we going to get something else to fulfill us in the meantime? And so I leave you with these thoughts as I go off to go and pick up an old pickup to play with. Thank you for joining me on Rohan's Corner. See you again next week. Back to the studio. Transformers United Redgar or Gigawatt? Choices.
Oh yeah? Well, screw you guys. I'm going home.
StreamYard's changed since I love 3 weeks ago.
Surprise Jamie. Jamie's now the star of StreamYard.
Oh, right, tonight.
Yes, we know, Jamie, we know.
Fourplay.
Lynn, these are sex people.
What do you mean?
They're sex swappers. Lynn, this is DEFCON 1. Look. Look. Don't make the same noise as them. Don't think you want to join in.
There we go. And there we go.
It's what you were going to try.
It's now free play.
All right, Jamie, you can come back now.
Free play.
There we go.
So, John, Grieve, rub your legs there, because tonight it is the foreplay of Ultra Magnus. So, tonight we're going to all choose an Ultra Magnus from our collection. Well, we've all chosen one, apart from Alexis, who's now looking up and thinking, which one should I pick? Because I've done zero preparation for the show, as always.
You didn't say we do this till like 2 minutes before we said Ultra Magnus.
No, that's cool. It's only show 107.
Oh, I didn't.
It was definitely this morning.
Was that a serious one?
Literally in the show notes.
Jamie, you're muted.
To be fair, one day I would like you to do a review instead of a review which you say you'll do, then it becomes an unboxing. Because I think you're really good when you do it. You know,
I know.
You're really good.
Once my 10-week-old is a little bit older.
You didn't do this for fucking 2 years.
I was going to say, you didn't do this before the baby, so you can't use that as an excuse.
It's a good challenge. Right, come on, get your Magnus out for the lads. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, Alexis. No, I'm joking. Oh, Rohan's back. Hi,
Rohan's back. Rohan, get off the show, man.
Oh my god.
He's stalking me. He's like
2 weeks in a row, Rohan. Come on.
Yeah, bloody hell. I can't believe you played your own wrong episode, Rohan.
Apparently, Paul doesn't seem to think Hasbro does a good Ultra Magnus.
They don't.
Transform it. Transform it.
This thing's good. I've already transformed it plenty of times.
Put it into its robot mode.
We'll have a second one there.
And to be honest, you know, there's lots of Ultra Magnus you can actually choose from Hasbro. There's one which I've already used for one of my old Galvatron pictures. But yes, there's not much you can say apart from the fact he's Ultra Magnus. You know, an Optimus Prime with battle armor. His alt mode is a bit, not really great. It's not the traditional Ultra Magnus which you would expect, which was probably a little bit better in Combiner Wars. I did like the trucking Combiner Wars. I still would have preferred a much more separate, maybe it might be the way to go, back, carriage, rather than always trying to put everything onto the bot, if that was to improve on it. This is I can't actually remember what I think this is. The Airfry's Ultra Magnus, the one with sort of like improved face, where he's got more sort of like sunglasses rather than the eyes, which came with the Siege version, which also had that ridiculous battle damage. So yes, leader class, which I think was one of the first leader class figures we had, quite a robust big figure, and then since then we've been a bit disappointed with leader class, as they've all been smaller and smaller in size. I think Rodimus Prime was a good leader class role, although lots of his plastic went to the carriage, which was separate, which was a good call, because it makes it look like a good proper carriage, where I think Optimus Prime could have done with being a leader class figure if it meant having a bigger carriage. Because I do think it's, truck, back carriage isn't that good. It's just slightly a bit small. But yes, there you have Airfry's Ultra Magnus.
Is he
excellent figure?
Is he mistransformed, isn't he? You haven't extended his legs, Jamie.
No, I have.
What?
It's a dig, Jamie. He's having a dig at the length of Ultra Magnus's legs.
Right, I'll go first. Second, even. I also chose.
We don't count that one. We don't count that one.
I actually chose the same one. So I went for Siege Ultra Magnus. You should be able to see him there. So, so I've got the wrong picture. There you go. So Siege Ultra Magnus. Oh no, that's the right one.
Go back to the other picture a second, just so we can check.
Why is it? Which one's Ultra Magnus?
I can't tell.
Magnus. It's so difficult to understand. So Yeah, I can't. No.
Carry on.
No,
Hanson?
no.
Isn't that mistransformed though? That
What,
white
Jennifer
Magnus
Lopez?
bot in that
Yeah,
picture.
Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
Jennifer
Oh no,
Lopez.
I'm sure
at the
she's
bottom.
been mistransformed a few
It's
times.
definitely mistransformed there. Definitely mistransformed.
Go on, Alexis. Who did you pick?
I went very
6
simply.
minutes.
I only objectify toys. I'm better than you guys.
No, you subjectify toys.
Yeah. Don't know what that means, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ed's just said that Ultra Magnus was a commander class, but he wasn't. He was leader class.
Was
the one you just
class.
showed. He was leader class.
Yeah, he's leader class. Yeah.
Yeah, commander class
Rodimus
is like
Prime.
Jetfire and Rodimus Prime.
Rodimus
Okay.
Prime is commander class.
I'm dropping my.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, he has put Roddy. Sorry, I thought you said Ultra
Yeah.
Magnus. It flashed up so quick. I didn't see it. Oh,
I'm getting new age.
carry on.
Because I'm dropping my bits everywhere.
You're dropping your bits everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not the first time.
He's had 2 bits falling off already. So this is because I can't reach the MP version. So
you're saying this is a third-party figure that falls apart?
this is he's really decent in the sense of like the best. I still think the Mac Fanstoys one is probably the most single best playable bot version of this character. But you've got this version, you've got the Magic Square version. This version probably just about tops him, I think, personally, just because he holds slightly better together. But I mean, there is no great Ultra Magnus at the moment. That's the problem, right? He's such a hard character to do because everyone tries to encompass the train and everything, as you said, like the one figure. The masterpiece version the masterpiece version is very good. But it is a little bit dated now. He is quite chunky. He's quite a chunky boy, and he's quite tall in the sense of like in comparison to the scale, what everyone wants. This guy's probably the best Legends version you can get at the moment. But he does have a bit of like a gap in the back as well. He's very good in what he does. I do think the actual paint on him is very good. The face sculpt is money. He's got great articulation for what he is. I don't know about yours, Jamie, but the ones I have pretty shit shoulder articulation just because he's got the stacks. It's always quite difficult to get the shoulders in the way you want as well. But overall, he's got a fairly simple transformation. He's quite solid. The challenge with this guy is though the bits just come off, and that I would say the MP version. I flick him back and forth. I have no challenges with him at all. He's a decent bot, and you can get the Toy House factory version for about 60-70 quid, which is the knockoff version of that. Which again, if you don't want to spend that, and that's when knockoffs actually had decent paint as well. I think they've upped the paint a little bit these days in the sense of the masterpiece version, so that it's harder to keep up. So the knockoff Seekers, which have just come out, aren't quite up to it as much as they used to be as well. So this is my Ultra Magnus, the New Age version, but I really like the other one.
Which other one again was it?
Masterpiece. The one
Just
I
couldn't
can't
be bothered to get it.
I was going to say, why didn't you get that one?
He's
Right,
really big.
so-
He's at the back.
If you are,
I'll try and get him.
How many times has he gone walkabout?
Right,
One time it mattered.
if you're on the fence about an Ultra Magnus, you've got so everything they've shown so far. This will be cheaper than those Ultra Magnus Magni. So I've chosen one which is cheaper. You can still get it now. You can go to Kapow. You're on your own, Andy. You can go to Kapow and order this now. It's £30, which I think is an absolute bargains. It is by far my favourite Ultra Magnus I've ever come across. And it's this guy. And it's Papa Toys 05 PP2 Ultra Magnus PP2. And this came out for a little look. Oh. He's got accessories. You get the Matrix. You get some spare face plates. You get the guns. You get all the armour.
Just while you're getting that out, Paul, can I just point out, do you think Alexis has turned his camera off? Because I just told him he could have turned his camera off to go and get Masterpiece, and he's gone to get the Masterpiece one to do a second mod now. If he does, can we kick him? We're not having that shit.
Now, this guy for £30 won't, you can't undo his body armour. He is just Ultra Magnus and turns into his car. But the thing is, he does it so well. The transformation is really lovely. The car mode is, the van mode is beautiful. He comes with loads of accessories. He's only £30. If you're not into Legends, he's probably like Legends Plus. Like, he is a fairly large bot. But for the amount of money he costs, he's well worth checking out. The transformation is really intuitive. Doesn't take long to do at all. He fits all Legend scale, so you can put New Age cars and Magic Square cars into his trailer. The trailer looks really spot on, perfect. He's nice, and there's no like loose joints. He's not like Hasbro. You can actually move him about. He'll hold his position. He's got ankle tilt, something that Hasbro stole specifically off him over the last 2 years. You can tilt his waist. He comes with the Matrix.
Waist looks a bit loose there.
No, that's just because you're used to looking at Hasbro.
So it's not the looseness thing.
I mean, he does look really good. I would just say the blue bit of the
lovely.
chest, the blue bit of the chest is a bit thin, but everything else I think looks quite awesome.
Great.
You're quite right. You can swap that
Alexis's
chest
looks
out,
really
and
nice
it's got
as
the
well.
blue one.
You mean an
Alexis
accessory?
too. I mean, they're both far too small to be Ultra Magnus, but yeah, they look nice. They're like nice engineered little bots.
I want my Ultra Magnus to be life size. Come on, Hasbro, get it.
I
together.
told you.
Remember
Look, what did I say? Look, he's going.
No, Alexis, you're not doing another Ultra
I
Magnus.
called it.
You're not doing it.
You had your chance.
Not doing it.
Frigging called it.
Brandon says it's only good for look at that robot mode. Lovely robot mode. I'll transform it now. Over to you, Andy.
The community are dissenting. Scandalous. Well, I will agree with the point that Alexis made. I think that they have struggled to make a genuinely, absolutely top of the line, pleases everybody Ultra Magnus. I just don't think it's ever happened. And I think it's quite a difficult bot to make. So when I thought about which Ultra Magnus I should do, I thought, well, bollocks to it. It's time to go back to the original. So here's the box. This is what's left of my original G1 Ultra Magnus box from Christmas 1986. Don't ask me what happened to this end. I still don't know what happened. It went into storage, and when I got it back from my mum and dad's house, it was damaged like this. Although I can't blame them for everything, because when you turn it round on the back, it appears I cut something out. Was that the tech spec? Not tech specs. The points things that you could collect to send off. It must have been, because surely, I mean, bloody hell, why would I do that? But anyway, I did, because I was a child and I was foolish. So yes, I'm doing G1, not just the box though, just to be clear, but G1 Ultra Magnus. This was my big Christmas present, I'm pretty sure, along with several other Transformers V-bots, but smaller than this. And it's the original Ultra Magnus. Now, the original Ultra Magnus is, without doubt, still a fantastic toy. Unfortunately, mine has it has to be said, seen better days. So here he is. Now, the first thing you might notice about him is the fact that he's not quite the original color he was. I'm afraid we've had a bit of fading there, a lot of play, and then I found out from my mum, I was asking her about why is it so sun damaged and stuff. She kind of piled all the toys in the corner of our bedroom once we'd they were all boxed, but they were like just there in the window, or near the window, and the sun has got to them. But I still love this figure. This
you should
like,
tell
I
her.
just picked this up.
You don't
Oh,
know.
I'd beat the silly. I'd beat the silly, but unfortunately, you can't blame her for things like. Unfortunately, that's a lot of play where so his arm doesn't clip in like it used to on one side. But this is still, I mean, I'm sorry, but you've got to go back to this. This is the reason, along with the comic book character and the movie, this is the reason why we loved Ultra Magnus, because he was a big bot that could actually stand up to Galvatron. Because you think back to that 86 movie line, and Galvatron and Ultra Magnus both seemed out of scale, like massively out of scale. Galvatron's huge compared to the other figures. I mean, he dwarfs Cyclonus and Scourge. Magnus does the same thing to Hot Rod and Cup and the others. And in the comic books, and I suppose in the film as well, we kind of saw that made sense. Not so much with Galvatron, but I can only assume the reason they made him so big was because they were opposites, weren't they? When they were originally advertised, they were city commanders. They weren't advertised as immediately as the new leaders until the movie came out, and it was the new leaders. But anyway, city commanders. This is the original, my original Ultra Magnus. He is old and he is very well played with, and he is very discolored, and he's all there, and even the spare bits are in the box. But I noticed something interesting about the box. This, by the way, this is just a great toy. If you've never had, see what I mean about the arm? If you've never had a G1 Ultra Magnus, you've got to get one. You've got to experience it, because they are just great toys. Even now, they still kind of have that play value. And I always preferred this to Optimus Prime. Not the Power Master one, which is awesome, but the original Optimus Prime. I just think this was more interesting. And I love the look and the colours. But what I was just about to say was, I was this years old when I finally noticed that on the bottom of the box, you get a slightly alternative coloured.
Oh, yeah.
See that? And I probably did notice it when I was a kid and just forgot about it. But then I was looking at it today and I kind of went, "Oh, Smeg." So it was going to be slightly different colours. I'm sure we all know as well that the helmet, the blue helmet, the head helmet. If you look, actually, you can see he's got silver. Yeah, silver pylons or antenna or whatever we call them. Just an interesting little bit. I mean, the arms look terrible. I hate them when they're down like that. A mate of mine used to always have his arms down like that, so they look ridiculously long. What the hell? He's not Stretch Armstrong. Anyway, the helmet, his actual helmet, plugs and connects onto the chest piece because it harks back to the Diaclone days when they had the little figures. Because that was one of the questions that we used to ask, which was, "Oh dear God, I hate taking this thing off. Why has he got a little seat? It's got a little seat in there.
Oh,
why?"
yeah.
And it's because Diaclone, little people to pilot the mechs around. And that's why I always laugh at these arguments about the figures and they should be this color, should be that color, because that's the original. Well, actually, the original goes back to Diaclone and Microman and all the rest of it, and they were just literally mechs that were piloted around. It was Hasbro and Marvel. They gave them all the characters and everything, and that's why we love them.
I think
but that's a whole different conversation.
Have you seen saying what I should? They should just say what I prefer.
Sorry, I missed part of that. Just say it again.
Instead of saying what it should be, I think people should start changing to what they prefer, because as you said, there's so many different versions out there now, and what originally it came from as well.
Well, it's the it gets to me, the arguments, even like, and I'm going to say this because it's not just Alexis. Me and Jamie give as good as we get, and Paul chimes in from time to time. But this whole thing of like Hasbro versus Chug versus third party versus friggin' Masturbate versus Legend, it doesn't matter. Whatever you like is what you like, and I don't get the point of this like arguing. People going online, like somebody posts a picture of a bot they've got that they're really happy with, and somebody goes on there and says, "No, it's not as good as this." Fuck off! Let somebody enjoy what they've got. Let people enjoy things. Why do you have to go on and like?
You like it, you win. End of the session.
Exactly.
You like it, you win.
But
you don't like it.
At the same time, if you don't like it, exactly, shut the fuck up. Just
So,
go away. Scroll on.
This is my new age. If you look at him,
Stop making memes about CJ face. Oh, I knew he'd get him.
You started the CJ.
Don't.
Oh, hidey hi.
It's so similar.
Anyway,
I just wanted to show that picture.
Similar.
I was going to say, is it Combiner Wars?
Yeah, that was.
I like Combiner Wars Magnus.
That was a Combiner Wars Magnus in this the Transformers the movie special edition box.
His plastic was just too flimsy,
and that had a better alt mode than the Airfry's Ultra Magnus, and I prefer that alt mode. I just prefer the Airfry's Ultra Magnus aesthetic and its robot mode.
Meaty,
and I've also been practicing printing out my pictures as well.
Nice one to sell as part of our Transformers the show.
Not to sell, because there's a lot of copyright material in this now. And then
so Marvel UK, if you want to contact, I've got his address for you.
So I'll get rid of
that. Was that Jeff Senior piece of art?
Yes, it is.
See, Jeff, if you're watching, Jeff, sue. Is he stopped yet? Nope. And this is the next 20 minutes of the show.
This show. This fucking show.
I like my ice extra cold. Ooh, ice.
Right. What do we do next? Discussion. What was the discussion, please, Andy?
I don't know.
Has everyone seen the Ultra Magnus you can get from Kapow? It's the Ultra Metal Ultra Magnus. It's all good die cast. It's 850 quid.
Oh dear.
That's sale price. It's 22 inches tall, I want to say. And it is like the robot, like the armor goes on the robot. And
is it bigger than Bumblebee?
Does it scale well with him?
Well, let me just see how Bumblebee
scale
scales.
is in the eye of the beholder. A wise man once told me.
I made Bumblebee a bit taller now, so Prime, and then I've got Bumblebee.
No, that scales perfect.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Alexis.
There you
go.
Perfect. And
so the
well
chat
with this guy.
Are we doing? I think we discussed a couple of options, hadn't we?
I went to work. I left you all discussing it.
Yeah.
We want to throw it out there to the audience, don't we? To the community. If we're going to be at
no,
this
you.
No, it's just you.
It's
you
just
keep saying,
you, Alexis.
You just
keep saying we.
No,
we all said no.
You're scared of what they're going to say.
Alexis wants us to let you decide what we
You're
do.
scared. You can't handle jazz.
I grew up with jazz.
Jazz
Merely adopted the jazz.
Everyone's going to be hammered. You don't care.
Look, jazz flute.
The reality is,
tell me you haven't put that in your mouth.
The only problem with the TFUK Con discussion, where we throw it over to everybody to decide what we do or suggest things, is that we've only got an hour, whereas normally we take an hour and a half to 2 hours. I'm assuming people would like to see the greatest hits. They'd like to see us doing what we do. So then that doesn't leave a lot of time to do, like, the stripping that they're probably going to suggest, or, I don't know, sex party.
I thought we were doing
Who's on the tunes? Is that you, Paul?
He's getting the jazz out.
To your side. You're trying to get a bit of jazz flute on.
You're gonna see a lava lamp in a minute, aren't you?
He's hoping these.
No, not at all.
I was going to make a joke about skin flute then, but I won't.
Welcome to Transformers After Dark.
Namaste.
Go on, Andy. What were you saying? Entice the crowd.
I can't remember.
All right, don't turn me on. Fuck's sake.
I can't promise anything. Anyway,
if you close your eyes,
that's what I tell all the ladies.
Picture a happy place.
Close your eyes.
The blinky plunky music.
And wait for it all to be over.
Close your eyes and say sorry.
It'll clink.
Close your eyes and pick me out of the lineup.
It'll clink and it'll clunk and you'll feel so relaxed and get your hand back.
Right, let's talk about TFCon. So, guys, who are you most excited about seeing at TFCon? Go on, Andy. Who are you most excited? I know who I am.
Bar staff.
Tough.
The bar staff actually having a functioning bar.
Yes.
Well, we'll see about that. Let's not preempt it, because it could end up being like 2 people. Although that should be enough. Who do I want to see the most? Well, Few will be interesting, because I'll be interested to see what he actually does. I'm assuming he's going to do like an interview thing like he did at TIFF Nation a few years back, which unfortunately I didn't go to, so I only saw the video he put on YouTube. But I heard that was wildly popular, so that would be nice. I'd like to light some candles and just get in a bath for a while.
Candles.
Yes.
Bath.
Cool. I think
You sounded quite northern. Bath.
Water. Bath. There's a bloody R.
Sponge.
So, who am I most excited about seeing? I would say probably Thew. Always loved his videos. And yeah, I was gutted I didn't see him at TFN. And actually, you saw him, didn't you? One year he was just walking about, and your wife, you were talking, and you just looked over.
Yeah.
And your wife was just chatting away.
Yeah. We're sat there, not far from the doorway, the main entrance into the hotel. I glanced over and saw my wife chatting away happily with you. And I think I vaulted a couple of sofas to get over to go. Remember, hello.
Hello. I like you.
And then I got a couple of nice photos with him as well. So.
Oh, I've seen them. They're awesome. He's a lovely man.
Can I also say they're not just Thew, because Simon Furman's going to be there, isn't he?
I've never met him before. Have you?
No, I've never.
I have.
And it would be really cool to get a chance to see him and tell him, as I'm sure he's never heard before, how he helped to shape my childhood and my life.
I got a Furman book this week. I got this.
Which are you going to give him into trouble?
That's cool.
Look at that. It's cool.
Nice.
I thought it's nice. A movie guide written by Simon Furman. I thought, oh, really cool. And I opened it and I realised it was the Bayverse movie. And I was like, oh, fuck that shit.
I mean, the pictures on the front were a clue. I'm not gonna lie to you; they were movie design bots.
You know,
and I saw the same form and it said Bayverse movie guide, but yeah.
You can't expect a man like Alexis to have time to read.
So,
Alexis works on instinct.
I thought that'd make that.
Paul's sick of waiting for us. He's gone for his.
Is he gone? Brilliant. So I can get.
I thought Alexis was going to.
Got that Paul.
I thought Alexis was going to just not.
Oh.
Now, can Alexis actually answer the question? What's he looking forward to?
Shall I pretend to be Alexis? He's gone. Oh, he's back.
What am I looking forward to?
6.
Oh, we've been asked by Dan Vestator how long the con is. And it starts at 9 o'clock in the morning, doesn't it? And finishes at 9 o'clock at night? Although then after that,
I think you enter, it kind of wraps up at 8 o'clock with the last act on. We're, I want to say the main act.
Oh my God, we're the headliners.
We're probably not the headliners. We're probably the ones you put at the end when people want to go to the bar.
Is that normally how it works at a gig? When everybody's left, everybody's hammered and unconscious.
Well, your guitar.
I'm just going to play you a few songs.
Well, we will be doing the show live from TFCon in Birmingham. So
we have an hour though. We have an hour. We do it in an hour.
Huh?
I know.
How's it going to work? How's it going to work with? I don't know.
An hour? Why we just do a few bits? We won't be able to do everything.
Also, we probably have to discuss it now. We could give people faith in the fact that the show will be good.
It will be awesome. Don't get me wrong. It will be worth the price of admission alone.
Live on YouTube?
Surely not like that. That sounds.
Yeah, we'll be live on YouTube as well.
Oh, sweet Jesus!
I'll be hammered.
We do it every week live on YouTube. Oh, we can't do it live.
Holy shit faced after 12 hours of drink.
It would just be like me and Alexis normally on a Friday. Get used to it.
No, when Alexis is that hammered, we mute him and kick him off when he's on.
I mean, man's got a point.
It'll be funny. Yeah.
We can't mute and kick you off.
Jamie, who are you looking forward to?
Looking
bar
forward to go back
staff. I'm looking forward to the bar staff going out in Birmingham on the Friday night.
Yep. Strip clubs and apart from
that, thinking more the actual con.
Yeah.
Actual guests confirmed. Any of them? Particularly your fancy?
Quite honest.
Or just Bangkok chick boys?
Simon Furman, and Jeff Senior are going to be two people I'm always going to be happy to see again because these guys are exceptional. They have helped to shape my life because I actually went places and moved out of my area and done stuff, so that was good. I would quite, because in few I've started to see a lot more of his stuff. Never really used to watch any of his stuff before, so that'd be quite interesting. But to be honest, apart from this celebrity culture, it's not really a thing I take part in. I'll just be happy to go to the bar, drink, and meet people and have a good laugh. See a lot of the people which we've got to know over the sort of pandemic, and meet through doing YouTube events. So that's what I'm looking forward to, meeting, people like Rohan, etc. John, etc.
We definitely need to have made sure we sorted out the foreplay before we go, because Dan Vestator just made a very good point. Oh dear. I think that will be good, Jamie. I do agree. I think the social side of it as well. I think that's almost the highlight. And also that we potentially get to just chill out with these people who some of them are, I wouldn't say heroes, but they're people we look up to for whatever they do in their field. Oh. Got a bit more rock. That's not jazz.
Well, this doesn't conform.
This is like after we finish the show when Alexis gets control of the music. Except, you're playing.
It's all copyrighted stuff, so the show will be not on.
We're all gonna get kicked.
No, this is StreamYard new features.
Can I just ask,
been off for 2 weeks.
So you're just basically playing with it live on the show? Okay, that's fine. Alexis, did you actually get to answer the question of what you're looking forward to?
No, so I'm looking forward to just the immersive experience of being back at a convention, really. Because again, the ones I've been to a few. I've been to Comic-Con in London, and you're quite disconnected really from the community unless you're there with a group of people, because everyone's sort of queuing for signatures or the trade tables, and it's a little bit, I don't know. And the other conventions I've probably been to is like the sort of beer festivals and stuff, which is a bit more fun. But again, you're in your cliques. I guess what I like about when I go to TF Nation, and even Magic the Gathering to an extent, but TF Nation is the real one, right? Is it's there's no holds barred, there's no barriers, right? You're one. I think the word nation.
You go up to guys and hug them.
Well, guys, girls, certain animals,
everything in between.
Do you need me for the rest of the show?
I think. hang on. Has this music just got you in the mood? As long as you don't. As long as I'm
need to go.
As long as I can show my Magnus. So it's the whole
nation
thing.
That's a euphemism. He wants to share his
right?
Magnus.
It's one nation, one community.
Who would like Alexis to bring an inflatable dolphin and relive that story?
Oh, if everybody brings an inflatable dolphin.
The fake story that everyone believes.
Oh, sure. The fake one.
Right.
It's not a fake one. It's a fucking fake one.
The fake one.
There we go. So the 14th of May, only £35. All you need to do is private message me, Paul Farrelly on Facebook, or Luke Gardner on Facebook. If you head to TF UK, you can private message either of us. We will sort your tickets out for a pricely sum of £35, which I think is brilliant for the full day. All those bloody guests is an absolute bargains. So please go on to TF Show UK on Twitter and TF UK on Facebook. What's the Instagram?
Transformers the show.
Yeah, mate, of course it is. Right, that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next week. You loved it. Fuck off, Alexis. Fuck's sake.